I am so proud of every one of you.
Does my legacy ever feel like a burden?
It's a lot to live up to.
Now you need to remember who you are. A Dupree woman. Find your inner strength.
Once we launch my purse line, we'll be on our way to giving the Kardashians a run for their money. I'm gonna shake things up.
A cycle of anger isn't healthy.
I'll be healthy again, as soon as I make a couple of cheaters pay for blowing up my life.
There were a number of times when you, or a member of your family, needed a favor. This is a situation where you owe me one. Have a nice...
Soap fans won't want to miss what's coming up on daytime television this week. From secrets being exposed to a memorial happening, Beyond the Gates, Days of Our Lives, The Bold and the Beautiful, General Hospital, and The Young and the Restless are all delivering must-watch moments, and Soap Opera News has the full scoop. Beyond the Gates spoilers this week. Next week on Beyond the Gates, Eva leans on Thomas as tensions explode between Isaiah and Kat. Leslie extends an unexpected offer to Ashley, while Derek receives some tough love from a close friend. Meanwhile, Chelsea and Madison come together to make a life-changing decision. Anita opens up to Danny, who encourages her to take a bold and risky course of action. Vernon issues a stern warning to Andre, Bill searches for answers after a frightening health scare, and Kat is rocked by shocking news that puts her at odds with her cousin. Midweek brings major revelations when Danny admits to Andre that she kissed Bill. Smitty secretly meets with his source, Jacob makes progress on his undercover case, and Chelsea is stunned by the dramatic changes she sees in Anita. Haley turns on the charm with Isaiah, while Bill prepares a surprise for Caroline. Following the explosive revelations of the Founders' Gala, the drama accelerates with a tangled web of romance, a mysterious new face, and a descent into darkness that will leave one core family shattered. Here's your exclusive, detailed breakdown of what's to come. Isaiah's triangulated heart. 3 paths, 1 impossible choice. The charming, often underestimated Isaiah Gates has spent years in the shadow of his more domineering siblings, but the next 14 days will center squarely on his emotional journey as he navigates 3 distinct romantic entanglements, each representing a different future. First, his slow-burn reunion with ex-fiancée Elena Marquez hits a critical point. A late-night crisis at the free clinic where Elena works forces Isaiah to his knees, literally and figuratively, as he assists with an emergency, reminding them both of the life and purpose they once shared. Their chemistry is undeniable, built on a foundation of history and shared values. However, spoilers indicate a major obstacle. Elena's family's hidden debt to the mysterious Cascade Group will resurface, and she will be presented with an ultimatum that puts her directly at odds with the Gates' interests. Isaiah's desire to protect her may be the very thing that pushes her away. Simultaneously, his forbidden connection with his brother Grayson's fixer, Sloane, ignites into a full-blown affair. What began as a tense alliance of convenience combusts during a high-stakes mission to cover up a corporate scandal. Theirs is a relationship of intense physical passion and dangerous secrets, set against the backdrop of dimly lit bars and clandestine meetings. But Sloane is not a pawn, she's playing her own game. Viewers will learn she has been compiling a private dossier on the Gates family, and her intimacy with Isaiah is as much about gathering information as it is about genuine attraction. Can their bond survive the truth? The wild card is the surprise return of Lena, the aspiring artist Isaiah briefly met in Italy during his exile. She arrives in Port Carmine for a gallery show, bringing with her a world of color, spontaneity, and a life completely untouched by Gates' family drama. Isaiah is instantly drawn to her as a breath of fresh air, a symbol of the freedom he's always craved. A whimsical, rain-soaked date and a passionate kiss in her art studio will offer him a tantalizing glimpse of an escape route. But spoilers hint that Lena's arrival is not the coincidence it seems, and her connection to a controversial modern art collective may have dangerous implications. By the end of the second week, Isaiah will be forced to make a preliminary choice, one that will inadvertently trigger a chain of events affecting everyone around him. A new player enters the game. Who is Aries Thorne? The ecosystem of Port Carmine is disrupted by the debut of Aries Thorne, a charismatic and enigmatic venture capitalist specializing in distressed legacy assets. Played with chilling charm by a well-known guest star, Thorne is not merely a businessman, is a disruptor who sees the Gates empire as a beautifully flawed machine in need of new management. He will first appear in a stunning boardroom scene, calmly purchasing a crucial block of voting shares from a terrified, minor shareholder who is drowning in gambling debts orchestrated by Thorne himself. His target is multifaceted. Professionally, he sets his sights on Valeria's clean energy division, which he views as undervalued and ripe for a hostile spin-off. Personally, he takes an immediate, unsettling interest in Sophia, recognizing her strategic mind and simmering resentment as potential tools. He will offer her a private mentorship, blurring the lines between professional guidance and personal manipulation. Most intriguingly, Aries shares a past, hinted at through loaded glances and cryptic dialogue, with Eleanor Gates. Flashback snippets will reveal they crossed paths in Hong Kong decades ago, and he may hold the key to a secret she thought was buried forever. Grayson's descent. The mask fully cracks. While Isaiah wrestles with his heart, Grayson's soul is up for grabs. The pressure from the federal investigation, the crumbling of his marriage to Vanessa, and the looming threat of Aries Thorne will cause his controlled, icy demeanor to shatter completely. We will witness the full emergence of Grayson's dark side, and it is more terrifying than simple ruthlessness. It begins with psychological warfare. He will expertly gaslight Vanessa, using her past struggles with anxiety to isolate her from her own family, making her question her reality in chilling, quiet scenes. He then orchestrates a brutal, anonymous takedown of a junior reporter digging into the family's past, destroying the young man's career and reputation with frightening efficiency. A clear warning to anyone with a notebook. But the true turning point is a physical one. In a cliffhanger ending to the second week, a desperate informant within the DA's office agrees to meet Grayson in a deserted waterfront warehouse. When the meeting goes sour and the informant attempts to blackmail him, Grayson's rage, born of fear for his family's legacy, erupts. In a scene of shocking violence, he will physically assault the man, an act witnessed by a hidden, horrified third party. This is not a crime committed by a proxy. This is Grayson, hands-on, crossing a line from which there is no return. The witness's identity will be the major cliffhanger, leaving Grayson's fate hanging in the balance. Colliding storylines. The ticking clock. These threads will intertwine explosively. Isaiah's choice in romance will directly impact his standing in the family business, potentially opening a vulnerability Aries Thorne is poised to exploit. The new character's machinations will force Eleanor into a defensive position she hasn't occupied in years, while Sophia's alliance with him will create a devastating rift with Valeria. And Grayson's violent act threatens to become the loose thread that unravels everything the Gates have built, just as a more powerful enemy arrives at their gates. The next 2 weeks promise a masterclass in escalating tension, where every romantic glance, every boardroom maneuver, and every whispered secret is a move in a high-stakes game for survival. Port Carmine is about to learn that the deepest betrayals don't come from enemies at the gate.